Hello there, short filmmaker. So a few weeks ago, I actually asked for help. I asked you guys for concept art for some of the characters that I'm working on, and I even got my siblings to help me. Today in this video, I'm going to kind of show you guys what sort of concept art we've come up with, and also there's a new character that might be being developed, guys. This is exciting stuff. Okay, we have Paul Fleetfoot. This is well, Betty Fleetfoot. This is from a while ago, actually. Someone just sent this to me, and I was like, dude, that's so cool. If you guys want to see what Betty Fleetfoot looks like, I probably should make a video. I might as well show you guys inside of Blender. You know, while I'm here, I might as well pull it up and do it. Zam, this is Betty Fleetfoot. Welcome. Okay, so yeah, this is kind of what I've come up with so far. She's not rigged yet. That's gonna be its own journey sometime later. Because I'm still busy rewriting the script, which is, don't worry about that though. I made a whole video on why I'm rewriting the script if you guys want to check that out. So this is one of the pieces of concept art. Let's see, no, right there. Yeah, I figured it out right there. OBS is fun. You can do things like that. Oh, it cut back. Okay. Then we have Paul Fleetfoot. Okay. And this was made by this person right here. They're in the Discord server if you want to, I don't know, be like, hey, draw me some concept art. And by the way, I didn't pay any of these people. These are just people in the community. Okay, that's why I feel like having a community is so important and so awesome and so much fun. So if you aren't in a community like that, join the Discord server. Okay, it's lots of fun. So things I like about this, I like his teeth. His teeth are like super duper, like it's like super fun. And by the way, there's a whole bunch of other stuff over here, but we'll get to that later. I don't think we're gonna keep the hair the same color. But that's okay. And I also, he's supposed to be kind of like a jack of all trades, is kind of what I'm thinking right now. So it'll be interesting to try to like bring this to life. But even though it's not exactly what I had in mind, I feel like it's really good to just get my brain flowing, if you know what I mean. Like it's lots of fun, and it's really inspiring to see other people's take on like, a few sentences that you send them online, and they just like boom, they come up with something really cool. So something else I like are the overalls. There was actually, oh wait, cut. There we go. OBS is working now. Actually, one of the original scripts. I know there's so many versions of the script right now. It's absolutely ridiculous. Seriously, there was this version of the script where he was like did not like to mess with the garden, and that like kind of fits that version really well. So I might adapt that to make it more like tinkery, if that makes any sense. Like he likes to build things. There's gonna be like a woodworking theme that's woven out throughout the movie, which is gonna have a payoff at the very end, I think. So there's lots of fun things that I'm thinking about for there. So yeah, those are the things I like, and I think he's just overall like really cute, you know. But I feel like we should do this one first, and then we'll go to this one. So this was made by this person. Thank you very much, person. I'm not going to try to say the names because I'm really bad at that, and it's going to be mortifying for not only me, but also for you. So it'll be collective mortification, whatever that means. But I like how they try to like make it kind of in my style. So if I go over here into Blender, you kind of like see everything is made out of cubes, and I can kind of feel that in this piece of reference right here, which is really cool. I mean, no, I pointed the wrong, which is really cool. I mean, look at that. I'm just looking at the other screen right now, but still. So I really like that. Thank you. That gave me some inspiration. I feel like you can get inspired from all sorts of things, and that's something I've realized. Like the more I go through this creative process, that like inspiration literally can come from anywhere. Like the what is it, tank top? I think that's what that's called. I always call them muscle shirts for some reason, but I don't know why. Anywho, that could be something that she wears almost like, yeah, just small little things like that. So now we have Henry Fleetfoot. Now honestly, this is not going to be Henry. I can tell you that. But don't worry. This person here, like they did such a good job. It looks so professional. Person, and I can read this. Okay, Ready Player Dan. That was the person who made it. He's in the Discord server as well. And well, don't read that up there. Actually, don't read that. It was just over there. Don't look at that. Okay, definitely don't look at that. We definitely do not have a true villain of the film being brewed. So Henry Fleetfoot is supposed to be like this mechanic, which actually leads me. I'm gonna get back to this one. To this character who GamerGuy64 drew. Now GamerGuy64 is an OG person from the community. He drew this sketch, like this sort of doodle of what he kind of took as Henry Fleetfoot. Now, I gave him some like information, some deets about how he like is a mechanic and stuff now. So he had like actually a leg brace and stuff, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. But I'm not sure if I'm gonna go like that far into it, because he at the same time his heart is not at all, and like he's not that passionate about like fixing things. That's just something he does, and he's gotten relatively good at, I guess you could say. So deep down, he probably would deep down still likes horses, but there's too much like emotional attachment there was too much emotional attachment for him to go back to that probably, which is kind of the journey of the film. Like he's wrestling with that. He's like, okay, should I keep going? Is OBS glitching also? I hope not. Okay, if it is, my fix did not work a few days ago. Anywho, back to this. So like this is version A of Henry. This is version B. So I'm gonna take small little bits and pieces of both these, which is so much fun. Like combining two like completely different things is so much fun for some reason. I feel like back to this version of Henry. I think what we're gonna do, which is gonna be crazy. What if this actually was a new character? And also, by the way, guys, can I just say, I'm absolutely loving the new version of Puref. If you didn't realize there's a new version of Puref, and you're living under a rock. It's epic. Seriously, use it, please. It's awesome. So that's definitely something I just had to say. This video has been sponsored by Pure. No, it's not. It's not sponsored. I don't think they sponsor videos either. So that's good because it's just epic. I mean, look at that. They need to save their money and keep making awesome things like this. um, actually, only thing I would say it would be nice to have in here and is I don't know if it's getting cut off, but I want to be able to hide layers. All right, I love the hierarchy. Change this to layers and put a icon so you can hide layers, and then that would actually make it absolutely crazy. Like I feel like this could be a format where of video honestly for people to create, which would be really awesome. Like okay, we're here and then we're here, and it's super duper interactive because you can move it, you could type, and it's really fun honestly. But anywho, back to what I was talking about. This bad guy is buying horses from somebody. Now I was just riding earlier this morning. In fact, I'll go into the details of that in a minute. Okay, but yeah, basically he's the secret villain, and I know it sounds crazy, but I'm legit thinking about it. Okay, so because he's super duper muscular, and this like the way he did it is just so inspiring to me. Like it's like dun 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 dun. I don't know. I feel the vibe just coming through. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go and like record like a little piece about this new scene that I'm thinking about, which is like really exciting to me. So like see in like 5 seconds. Oh, and also I forgot to show you my sister's drawing. So actually we aren't gonna do that for a minute. Well, we'll get to the drawings later. Okay, I gotta tell you about this scene. So we're still working on scene. Well, actually, we finished scene number 3, guys. The rewrite of the script. The script is like 110 pages, so it's a lot of work. Okay, scene number 4 is we are doing something completely different. I'm not like this is a brand new scene. Okay, I've never done this before. This is like fresh, and I realized that there's multiple things that happen in the movie coming up that are unexplained. And having this one villainous character who's behind the antagonist, I feel like what if the villain and the antagonist were 2 different people? The villain is this truly like evil person. The antagonist is Spud. He's a person who's directly being impacted by Betty and who's directly in the way of Betty, but the villain is the one who's almost behind Spud in a sense. Not to lessen the badness of Spud, but to give him more like he stands out in the world of bad guys almost because he has a character arc. He's a character almost. I mean he's a really important character. But this villain who I have, you guys just saw that sketch. I'm imagining this guy who's in like a black suit, okay, and sunglasses. He's almost like a spy, and in the scene where they're washing this car, which actually this guys, by the way, this is why I asked you guys for concept art. This is what I'm and by the way, if someone wants to draw concept art for this character I'm describing, feel free to do it and send it to me. Actually, it would be fun. And this is not to rival, like it's nothing like about like what the other person drew. It's just that like it would be super cool. Like I don't know, I like to get things like that. It's super fun. But this is what happens and the reason there's an F right there is because I was numbering or lettering the scenes in order. It's not that I failed, even though I did. But if it would focus for a change, there we go. That says Henry's auto repair. If you probably can barely read my handwriting, but it was supposed to be happening is they're like fixing a car and like that's Betty and Paul. They're washing this car. But what I realized 2 days ago was that character who is washing or who owns the car has to be an important character. Not necessarily super duper important, but there has to be an importance later on in the movie. They can't just be a random car. They can't just be washing a car for the sake of washing a car. It has to have a reason. So I gave it a reason. The guy whose car Betty and Paul are washing and who Henry has a little beef with, who like they have a verbal spar, that character, he comes up later in the movie. And I'm like, dude, that's epic. So in the next scene, Jane Dasher, Betty's best friend, goes to the antagonist's house for the first time. We meet the antagonist. and they have a conversation. And at the end of that, guess who shows up? This new character. And I gave Wilson. That's the name I gave him. Wilson, the man in black with cool sunglasses and a really expensive car that they were watching. And also something, a little fun bit of like added drama I put in there is that the guy Wilson, he does not want Betty or Paul to be touching his car. So he talks to Henry. He's like, "Hey, why are these kids touching my car?" Editing Joshua on his phone. Wow, he's really declined. The reason they're touching his car is because they're washing the car. I forgot to add that small bit of detail that really is important. I feel like because it's like, well, of course, no one wants some rando person just touching their car, so that's why they're touching the car. There's reason, okay, guys. I'm not psychopath. I hope. Okay, bye. He's just Henry was just trying to be nice. Okay, he like washes their car after like he fixes it up or something. I don't know. That's just like a random concept I'm going with, and I just kind of thought it. I was like, okay, no, that's really cool. So, anyway, all I have to say is I'm getting really excited about scene number 4, which I just finished this morning, early this morning. I woke up at like really early, and I was like, okay, let's go. That's that time I get my best work done. But anywho, let's get back to concept art, right? I got kind of off topic, guys. Sorry. So, oh, I just dropped the book. Okay, anyway, my sister drew this. One of my sisters. I have multiple sisters. Okay. So this is supposed to be Lauren Fleetfoot. Now, she wasn't very happy with it, but I said that's pretty epic in my personal opinion. And even though she just doesn't look very old, she like tried to give her like little wrinkles, and that didn't quite work. She was like, I'm just kind of disappointed by this, but that's okay. I feel like, I like it, that's great. There's also like she drew like a whole bunch of these. Like I guess she's like learning how to like draw cartoon faces, and I was just like, dude, this is epic. To me, every single one is like a masterpiece because my drawing skills, again, guys, remember, is like it's horrible. I have no skills drawing wise, so yeah, I'm just like super hyped about it. But I'm just trying to find this. Oh yeah, so I'm. This is just she named this character like it wasn't even for my movie, but like I'm kind of stealing it. This would be young Jane, I'm feeling, or maybe even Betty. But I just really like this character. Something about her is like interesting to me. This is what I'm really excited about. This is Paul Fleetfoot. I feel like another version of Paul. Of course, the final version is going to be the one I make inside of Blender later on in this journey. So if you kind of want to see that someday, you should subscribe. Do it now. Do it. Or like the video. That also counts. Okay. Um, so that's all I have for concept art, guys. But I just want to reiterate that you can be inspired by anything, and that's really awesome. So yeah, after making this, I'm like excited. I'm like hyped. So let's go. Enjoy the journey, and I'll see you guys in the next video and go make a short film because why not? It's fun. It's fun. Seriously. So see you guys later. Bye.